Okie doke. Excuse the angle. I have my phone propped up on the floor. Okay, so a couple things. Number one, as far as hooks, I have multiple types of hooks. Susan Bates are not my personal favorite because the neck is too shallow for me. So for the most part, the bulk of my hooks are boy. This is not all of my hooks, but it is most of them. If you have carpal tunnel, if you have any kind of tendonitis or anything in your hands, you may want to work with something more like this. I literally got these, like, I think off of a Facebook ad. They were really inexpensive, either that or I got them from Amazon. I don't remember which. They might prove a little bit more comfortable though. And then I've got this. I was given this one, and it does have a little bit of a, like a thumb, not really a cushion, but it's like rubber right here. And then I have this one, which this whole handle is rubber. This I think is still this is still a boy hook. But as you can tell, it's got a little bit more heft to it. Either way though, no matter what kind of hook you're using, and I think it's one of the things that you need to keep in mind right now, just given the times and given what we are all going through. A lot of your work right now is going to depend on your tension. And so if you are stressed out, and we're all stressed out, you are probably going to hold your hook more tightly. And so you should not, I don't know if you can see how hard I'm holding this. You should not be needing to hold your hook that tightly to work. I mean, I barely have a hold on this thing. Somebody could knock this out of my hand. And it should really be this easy. And so if it's not, if you're struggling to get your hook into your work or back out of your work, it means your tension is too tight. Hold on, let me pull it tight. So you should not be having to struggle to get your hook through your stitches. If you are, you're crocheting too tightly, you need to loosen up. And you'll be able to see it if you are changing tension, if sometimes you're loose and sometimes you're tight. Let's see if I can get that to show. You will eventually be able to see it. If you feel like as you're working across, some of your stitches are loose, some of them are really tight, some of them are super loose, it means that you have inconsistent tension, and it's definitely something that's going to affect how your work comes out. It's also going to affect how easy it is to get your hook in and out of your work. But yeah, you shouldn't have sore thumbs. Now, if you got sore wrists, that's different. That's just sometimes a function of how much you're working. Take breaks, crochet for 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever your length of time is, and then don't for a half an hour or 15 minutes just to give yourself a break, because you can get some repeat motion type soreness, especially if you're working on something big like a blanket. That's not uncommon.